Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Baba Is You. We're going to take another look here at the box because it feels like this is the level that we need to make progress on if we're going to get more puzzles. There is that empty level that's just on the other side that theoretically we would have access to if we could complete this. And if otherwise we only have, like, I don't know, 3 puzzles to work on. And something tells me this is Baba Is You. There's got to be more, right? The question is, what do we do? Because admittedly, I have thought about this a couple times off camera, and I have been absolutely stumped. I have not had whatever key realization there is supposed to be. So let's try to walk through this again from the top and see if inspiration strikes. Flag is win. Ultimately, flag is win. And Wallace stop, so I don't see a way to change that. Flag is win, I think, is pretty much set in stone. So we need a flag. So the only way to generate a flag would be to, I think, turn rock into flag. We can't turn, well, we don't really have level. There's a couple problems here. We have this phrase up in the top right, level is level. And I don't know exactly how that interacts. If you say level is flag, does it block you from turning the level into flag on the outside like you normally would have when you would say level is something? There's some details about level. Level feels like a bit of an oddball that could have, there might be a secret here or some weird mechanic that I haven't discovered yet. But I think we have to shoot for raucous flag. We have to, I think that's the only option that we have. The problem is, how do we get access to an is? We can start by saying, I think we have to start by saying rock is push. If we don't do that, we have nowhere to go. Wall is stop and rock is defeat. And I don't think there's any clever way I can get past these rocks. So I think you have to start with rock is push. But even then, there's only one option from there, right? Like, you have to do this. But this creates a problem because I want that is. There's only 2 is keywords that I could theoretically gain access to. One of them is right here. And I think this one is also trapped, similar to flag is win. This is like up, this is backed into a corner. Wall is stop, and so we can't get is or push. So the only is theoretically that I could gain access to would be this guy, right? But if I make this move and if I push that rock like that, that is now in a spot where I don't think I can do anything with it. I would need to, like, come from the other side, right? I would need to come around the top and push is down. But I can't get on the other side of these rocks. Can I? And this is where I think I start maybe overthinking that there is some clever interaction that I haven't thought of yet, using near or level. But I don't know what that would be. Near feels very straightforward. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of near, and it's not complicated. It's really, in this case, it's not actually being used to kind of, denote locality or emphasize locality. It's just being used as a way to disable raucous push, just like you would use on. You could use on in a similar way to disable a rule. And I feel like that's all we're doing here. Like, we have to start like this because rock has to no longer be defeat. And then we have to say this so that rock is no longer push. But the problem is now this is trapped. Right? I can disable this rock here or I can disable that rule fully. And now I have the mobility, the ability to move up here into this area. But now what? Fucking now what? I can get it. The only phrases that I can think of to make, because I can't get this is. I think that's the ultimate problem here. The ultimate problem is I can't get access to is and make a phrase that actually helps me. Because the only ones that we were able to say, the only things I've been able to think of are like stuff that involves near, modifying this flag is win phrase, but they don't do anything. If I say rock near flag, sure, flag is no longer win, but I still don't have a flag. So I'm like making nothing a win condition, or I mean, when nothing was a win condition before. Like it feels, this is so, I am so stumped on this puzzle because it literally feels impossible in a way that no other puzzle has felt so far. Or maybe other puzzles have felt impossible, but I've eventually, after some amount of sessions or attempts to approach the puzzle with a fresh brain, there's some spark that hits. And I've been hoping that that's going to be the case with this puzzle, but so far, nothing. And I just don't know what the hell to do. Level is push doesn't seem to do anything. Because it doesn't, wall is still stop. Even if we could get outside, well, if we could push the walls around, like we could probably win. But that's not how this works. That's not how this works. I'm going crazy because this level feels impossible. What the hell? Wait a second. The level is called The Box. Are we supposed to actually think outside the box? Is that what the game has been trying to get me to do here? Have I just been being a dingus? Have I been a dingus? Let's see if I can do this right. Now the problem is, even if I do this, okay, so we did this before, but then I moved to the left. It did not occur to me that I could move down. Now, the problem still though, even if we do this, isn't this level blank? So let me see if I can actually change the ghost back into a cursor now, while also having the ghost next to. So I need you to go like this. No, how do I do this? I want Baba to be one square higher. So I kind of need to go like this. But then I also want the ghost to be... So I need Baba to be like... Dang it. This is awkward. This is getting into the same problem here. Shit, I might have had it if I'd have gone like this. Now we should have it. Okay. Now the problem is... Yeah, I still can't move the cursor to the right because it's not actually a level, right? There's no number or... There's no die pips, there's no letter, anything. It's blank. It's not a level that we can access yet. So are we still stuck? I mean, I guess we're on the outside now, but all we have here are like flowers, right? That we can't do anything with. Like, I can't get around to that text up in the top, and even if I could, I don't know what I would do with it. Like, is there like some hidden text or something? Wait, what? Holy shit. There's a white flower. I did not notice this before, and also the white flower I see now is not moving, and also I can't walk through it. Wait, what the fuck? Were we literally supposed to think outside the box this whole time? Okay, can I actually now turn my ghost into a cursor? If I can do this correctly. Is this good enough? A prize well earned. Level meta secret. We got another orb. We got another orb. What the fuck? Is that puzzle actually impossible then? Is it really just a gimmick to make you finally realize that you're supposed to think outside the box? I feel like I'm once again sort of, I don't know, that feels like something that Jonathan Blow would do, like I'm back in The Witness. It's not really a troll move, but it's also just not a move that easily comes to mind for me. I think I just had spent so long kind of off camera and otherwise banging my head against the wall thinking about that puzzle and how it just absolutely felt impossible. And maybe it is. Now I'm wondering if it actually is. And that we were just supposed to do that trick with the ghost. Is that other level even real? So many questions that I'm wondering about as I'm sitting here. Let's see if we can figure out our secret. A prize well earned. Orb is bonus. But orb is weak. So I can't get the orb. So can I say Baba is bonus? Have we done that before? I think we've done that before. But I don't remember if it did anything. I feel like it didn't do anything. Well, it does something, but it's not something that that works. Okay, orb is weak, but orb is bonus as well. Obviously, we could say Baba is win, and I guess that gets us our dandelion. So we get another dandelion from the... I never even noticed that there was a different colored flower on the outside. It's just, it completely... There's so much else to focus on, admittedly, on this level. There are... I mean, it is chock full of just things. So I think it's understandable that I might overlook this. Now, how do we do this, though? The first thing that comes to mind, there's not too many things to do on this puzzle. This is one of these where there's not a lot of options. So, what we could say is we could say that orb is orb, while also saying orb is bonus and orb is weak. And maybe that overrides weak? No. It just prevents us from transforming. Okay, so that was the first thing that came to mind. Because how do we break this? How do we break orb is weak? We can't break it. So there has to be a way to overcome by switching. Well, I was gonna say we can switch Baba and orb. We can say that orb is you, which I think we can. I think we're okay to say that. And we could say Baba is bonus. But we have the same problem because orb is still weak. So they're dangling our third orb in front of us, but something we still have to do that is not obvious to me right now. Orb is weak. Orb is... Wow, there is so little to do. Which is kind of how... It's kind of how the box... The box is one of those levels where it's... There's not a million rules. And there's not a million combinations of rules. There's only so much that can be done. Orb is weak. Gosh, what the hell? So... Okay, could I say... I could say orb is weak again, but that I don't think... It doesn't help us to say double weak. Is that even a... It is a... There is a double orb is weak, but it's not like... You know, there are some properties where doubling it up does matter, like shift. Weak doesn't seem to be one of those. I don't know what I was going for there. I don't even know what I was going for. We can't do Baba is bonus. We can't do Baba is bonus and Baba is you. I mean, there must be some way to break this. Or there's some hidden text. We are in like a secret level, so we should probably just scour the edges of the map here just to make sure that they're not hiding some extra rules on us. Doesn't seem like it. Orb is bonus. I just want my orb. I just want my orb. Why is that too much to ask? Well, I'm kind of immediately stumped on this one as well. What if we said that orb is you? What if we said orb is you and then orb is bonus? What about that? Yay. We still lose. We still don't win. If you are bonus, it is kind of similar to you being win in that you automatically get the dandelion. In this case, you do get the orb, but it's a little different than win because, like, consuming the bonus, the process of consuming the bonus makes it so that you disappear. Consuming the bonus, it's like you don't consume the win. If you say Baba is win, Baba doesn't disappear. Baba is still you. But if you say Baba is bonus, then Baba is no longer you because like the bonus you are on the bonus square, which means the bonus is collected, but it also means that you go away, which is not okay. The level is done. Unless we can maybe... Could we possibly set up 3 conditions? Well, we probably couldn't. I was thinking of maybe if we were able to say like orb is bonus, orb is you, and orb is win, but I don't think we have... It's not possible to apply 3 properties like that. At least not without another orb keyword. This orb down here... We tried orb is orb, right? But that didn't actually do anything. Like, that was the very first thing I tried. And it doesn't... Like, if you said orb has orb, obviously that would be a very different story. But orb is only preventing transformation. And there's nothing else that we could really transform our orb into. Oh, there is... Okay, we do actually have... We can move this line. We can move this... I just realized this is something we can do. I had sort of initially ruled that out, which was wrong of me. But we do have this ability to kind of reposition the Baba Is You, the Is You line. So if we put it on this orb is weak, if we put this here, what could that... Does that allow me to do anything funky? Maybe not. It would allow me to put... No, it would allow me to say two things are you, right? That's exactly what it would allow, which I didn't have to push it down this far to even do that. But let's say we let's say we do Baba Is You, and now we can say... Now I think we actually get what we wanted. I just have to... I still need this is, so I can push it down there. And now we can do, I think, what we wanted. Because now we still have a U. I can now say three things. Or three things that matter. I can say that orb is bonus and orb is you, which means it's collected. But I can also still have Baba Is You. And so that is the way around our orb is weak. And now I think we say Baba is win. I don't know if we have to do that in order to... I don't remember exactly how the orb collection works, like if I could just exit the level right there, but we'll get the win anyways, just to kind of lock it in. And sure enough, we have 3 orbs. Well, we didn't open up another set of puzzles. We didn't open up a completely new world of puzzles. But I suppose that is a prize well earned. Because I was so hard stuck on this box level, and I've got to wonder if this is actually a solvable puzzle. We'll put our cursor back to Ghost, and we'll just make sure there's nothing else like up here. I'll rewind. I screwed up my flag phrase. But we can just rewind. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's anything else to do with the ghost. There's nothing else to find up here. And we can't get to this level unless we solve this thing, right? Unless it's an impossible puzzle. It is level 13. Did they specifically give us a puzzle with the number 13 and make it impossible to solve? Now, can I actually make Ghost back into cursor? It's okay if I lose my flag at this point, I think. No, I need to say Ghost as cursor. Gosh, this level is so... It can be so convoluted. It's just better if I stack my Babas. Wow, how did that actually move 2 squares? That Ghost moves first, I guess? And then it's like... This is all about, you know, the order of operations or where where things are placed in the program flow. So I guess the movement happens first, then you check for, you know, transformations and you apply those, and then the cursor moves after those. It's kind of a funky thing. So where does that leave us? Because we still need to get a win here, don't we? We need to solve the box in order to figure out whatever this thing is, right? We have to win, or we have to get a dandelion. But I don't see how that's possible. I don't see how we are supposed to get flag is win. And that's not changing. That's not going anywhere. But we can't make a flag. I can see no way to get access to an is. These both is keywords here, I can't get them. And so we can't turn rock into flag. That just is not gonna happen. I feel pretty certain about that. So if we're assuming that this is not some troll level that doesn't have a solution, then we'd have to come up with an alternate win condition, wouldn't we? We can't break up flag is win and insert something else like rock is win. So we have to modify that phrase, which means we'd have to say rock near flag is win. But I don't think that does anything because once again, we don't have a flag on this level. And so we can't put a flag near a rock, which would leave us with level near flag is win. But I'm not sure if I understand what that means. What does that even mean? Level is level. So level is level is stopping us from transforming the level, right? Transforming the level. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, I think I thought of something. Level near flag is win. Is that what we need to do? Is we need to actually bring a flag near the level? Is that what level near something means? We know that we can transform level into something, right? We can say level is Baba or level is flag or whatever. And then the actual little the level square turns into the other object. I think I've been overlooking the fact that I've been thinking so often, because the game really, for the most part, is self-contained. These puzzles, when you're inside of a puzzle, anything that happens in the puzzle stays in the puzzle. And that's the way that my brain is automatically trained to think about puzzles. But what if that's not the case here? What if saying something like level is push, it doesn't seem like it does anything. But what if it is doing something? What if what it's doing is actually giving the push property to this square? 13. In this case, that doesn't do anything because you can't push it anywhere. But we've had these instances before where we've been able to give properties to level. We've been able to say things like level is weak or level is, I don't know, open. Sometimes they don't do anything. Sometimes the level just destroys. And I had sort of been thinking about those as like separate entities or like exceptions to whatever is the normal Baba rules. But what if I've been going about this all wrong? What if I need to actually get a level near a flag near the level, and then doing something here in the overworld actually has an effect on the underworld, the underlying puzzle? Now the problem is I don't know that I can push this flag to the level, so maybe I don't even have anything that I can do. I would need to get this level out of the way, this number 11. Right? Which maybe we'd have to make level is push. We have done that before, right? We've made level is push. We made level is push once before, and we were able to use that in order to sink the water up here. But if we did that, if we said level is push down here in the right, then I don't think we could actually... I think we're sort of stuck at that point. Because if I push this level out of the way... Let's say I make level is push, and now... And now I do actually push this out of the way. Now, I've already put my flag down here in a bad spot. But even if I had... Even if I kept the flag kind of... I don't know... accessible... Why did that... that wall kind of changed a little bit. That was weird. Yeah, why is that doing that? Why is the wall changing like that? I don't... Okay, there's a weird little animation thing that's going on there. But let's say that I push 11 out of the way here. And now I have my flag that I push down to this square right here. And then I get behind it and I push it over. I could theoretically do that. But the problem is I need flag to be push after I make level push. And I don't think I can do that. Right? Because I'm losing one of my... Well, the water is in the way as well. That's another problem. But even if this water wasn't here, I don't think I could get back my is and my push to say flag is push. So... I don't think that's the solution. So can I not even do what I want? There's a Baba next to me, which used to be level 12, right? There's a level 12, theoretically, that's right next to 13, aka near 13. I don't even remember what that level looks like. I always screw this up. Let's turn our cursor into a ghost here. Let's get our cursor out in the open. Tangle. Tangle. This level, right. There is a flag here. There is a flag. Because we turned this level into Baba. But what if we turn it into a flag? Let's try this. Now I need to remember how I did this level. The way that I did level is... Because right now, level is melt is going to happen. And the problem there was lava is hot. And lava right now is, I guess, on the level. It does feel like level has two different contexts. Like you can level, there are things that can happen here within that, you know, within the puzzle. But maybe whatever you apply to level also applies to that one square in the overworld. Maybe that's just the way to think about this, and maybe it's a consistent keyword that I've just been overcomplicated, maybe. Okay, let's try to do this by saying... We did it by saying lava is float, right? Isn't that how we did it? It's pretty straightforward, actually. Because if lava is float, then it's, like, not touching the level. And then that lets us do this. And then... Now... Right, there was one additional step I had to do. I first needed flag to be push. So we got to back this up to the beginning. Because I do need access to this flag. Because it needs to sync... No! I take it back. I don't need this because that was to get Baba. That was to get access to Baba, so I did not need to do that. I just need lava is float so I can say level is flag. Right? I think that might be all we need. No, there's something else. No, I need to say level is... Oh, right, level is melt and flag. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Level is melt. And flag. And then, now, there is a flag that is just right there next to 13. Well, this will tell us, like, I've got this wild idea, which, I mean, gosh, if this doesn't work, there's got to be no other way to do this. This has to be it. Because if it's not, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. So now we've got level near rock is pushed, so we can disable that. And now we get level and near up here. And now we have level near flag is win. Is this a win? That's how Baba works. That is actually how Baba works. The rules that you apply, the properties that you apply to level, can take place either in the puzzle or in the overworld. And that near keyword kind of is the same way, but, or at least it's the same way when it's being applied to level. So this counts as level near a flag. And now what do we have? Center. Whoa, pretty flowers. We're at the center. We have a course back to the map. Oh, and there's no music here. This was locked. I did not see what we needed to unlock this, but I'm also seeing that our dandelion count has gone, it's no longer whatever it just was, 220. It's now 0 out of 1. Gallery. The end. What? Let's check this out first. I'm kind of speechless right now. Because maybe we've actually finally reached the end. And I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared to do that. Gallery. What? Image is image. Image is... What? And then... Mothfizz... Oh, it actually is a gallery. It's a gallery. And we get to go through the images. 1, 2, 3, 4, presumably. So this is a very early version of the game. Look at that. Baba is you, flag is win, wall is stop, and goop. Go OP. AKA goop is sync. This makes me smile. This makes me smile. This is a cool discovery. I do need to hydrate here a little bit, but wow, I'm still a little bit reeling. Let me just hydrate here. Let me just take a moment. Baba Is You is so fun. I'm still kind of getting over the fact that I was just completely overlooking how level works. And that was the key realization, the fact that you can say something like flag or level near flag is win, and it works on the outside. Holy shit. Okay, so that's pretty cool how this image, huh? So now we say 2. I'm guessing I can just say it like this, and the NE doesn't count. Mock-ups made while figuring out the art style. The art, I mean, that first image looks so different. But you can still kind of, like, the essence of Baba maybe is still there. Oh, look at that. Baba Is You, key is in box. Key is in box. So they had is in, but then they wanted to simplify it. So they changed it to has, right? Box has key. Or maybe. I'm just sort of guessing that that's what is in was supposed to be. I like that C up there. Kind of has like a little bit of a shadow style to it, a 3D effect. And also the Baba character, I'm also noticing, went through a couple different iterations here. There's like, the first couple look like some sort of space robot or a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And then the other one is a bird with a poncho. Not a poncho, but a sombrero. A poncho. Maybe he's wearing a poncho. Baba, you looked so different. And then the last one here, F, is what's that game? A game I have not played, but the one where everyone is sus. What is that game called? The one where you have to figure out who the imposter is or something, or who the spy is. Gosh, I am so bad at remembering names in the moment. So bad at remembering what games are called. Okay, let's do 3. This is fun. Early tests for different palettes. Right palette, odd palette, ESA2, fake game pal, default, first try, brown, ESA1. I definitely like the look that they ended up with. These early versions, I can see why I can see why you would start there, but you maybe weren't satisfied. Like, we can do better. And I think they did. Let's look at 4. Very early version of the map. Oh, it was going to be just very rudimentary. No, oh man, it doesn't look anything like what it does now. Just Baba Is You in the corner. No flag is win. They improved things so much, and I'm really glad they did. I love that the game still has its very simplistic art style, but it looks so much better than it does in some of these early stages. How the map was supposed to be laid out. Beginning, more advanced stuff, like has. Then some even more advanced things. And then end game, all words in use. And then some various gimmicky offshoots. So they weren't necessarily, it looks like, going to go with the whole puzzleception, which is another fantastic idea. I don't know at what stage that occurred to Arvi. I don't know exactly when he decided to go in that direction, but I think it is a marvelous idea. It has added so much to the Holy shit factor of the game. First iterations of a non-abstract world map. A non-abstract world map. It feels very much like just a single level that you would find in like the Forest of the Fall. But yeah, I see. You would you start out with one level, one puzzle. You don't really see the other ones. And I'm assuming you unlock those paths as you solve the puzzle, as you solve various puzzles. Does it allow us to go to 7? I think it does. Image has sex. I made a sex joke. Image is 7. Trying to figure out the pulling mechanic. Trying to figure out the pull mechanic? Who the hell is this this smiling character down here? Was that supposed to be Kiki or somebody? Not sure what the arrows are supposed to signify. Figuring out the pull mechanic. We do have a G and an H to make 8. Let's try to do that. If I remember how to spell here. Got to remember how words work. Oh, that's pretty. Watercolor title. I like that. See this, yeah, this feels much more, this is much closer now, obviously, to where the game ended up. It does feel a little bit like they're on a golf course. So that needed, I guess, a little bit more tweaking as well. What about 9? We're just gonna keep on counting up, I guess, as long as they'll let us. I think eventually we're gonna run out. Like 11, I don't think is a thing here because there's no L. But we can go like this. Oh, that's me. It's me. Very straight-faced. The flag in the clouds, the stars, and the puzzled me trying to figure out how to get through the locked door. I like that. Let's do 10. And then maybe that's all? Watercolor Kiki. I like these watercolors. I wonder if you can buy these somewhere as like a print or something. Is there anything else interesting that we could spell that would make any sense at all here? This is kind of turning out, I mean, it's called gallery. It's literally called gallery. And that was my initial instinct. It took me a second to kind of be like, what are we dealing with here? Image, a new puzzle mechanic, sort of. What about image is hint? Can we get some hints on the puzzles that we're still stuck on? Not a thing? Dang it. Baba? Why no hints? Why? Why? Okay. There might be some other fun fun things to try here. If there are some fun things that you want me to try that are in this this gallery that I did not think of, feel free to leave those in the comments. I will try to check those later. But for now, I think we'll go ahead and return to the map. I mean, I guess what we should do, I guess what we have to do is say, as a finale, they did give us a win, so we have to say, images win. And then we touch the image and we get a dandelion area clear. Oh, and that gets us a big flower just for doing that. Cool. Did it actually increase our overall? It did go to 221. So we're at 221. And now we have the end. There are still puzzles to do. We have at least 2 puzzles out in the areas that we haven't completed yet. But we have to check this. We have to check this, right? I have to see. What does the end? We had the end question mark before. Is this actually the end? It is actually a puzzle. And we have cake. All our friends are here and we have cake. And we have done. Oh my goodness, we have the done keyword. Whoa. Okay. What exactly are we supposed to do here? I guess all is stop, which we could disable, and then hedge would no longer be stop. So we can make a win condition, theoretically, and get another dandelion. Yes. So we can just try this first, just to kind of see what happens. Now we have, oh, I get it. I get it. Area complete, which is what we had before. It's been a while, but that's what we had here back in the regular map. You would have a minimum dandelions that you would have to get to clear the area. But then when you actually got all the dandelions, you would get the complete. So, okay. So I think there must be more to do here, right? There must be more to do by maybe perhaps by saying Baba is done. What is, like, oh, there's all these things like cake and ghost and Kiki and me. And then there's done, right? Do we have to just simply say that all of the characters are done? We go one by one, or we say all is done? Yeah, that seems like what we're supposed to do. Is there's not really much else to do other than to sort of say that, you know, things are done. Maybe all is done. And then maybe we get like the actual true ending or something? Either way, that is not something that I want to find out right now, because we do still have other puzzles to do. There's only a couple left, but I do kind of want to save this for like the very end. So let's try to go back to the other puzzles. I'm not sure what the quickest way is going to be. We do have now we have a way to the center. So we can, I think, just go back to, we want to go to the depths, right? Because one of the places that we have not, one of the puzzles we have not solved was this extra over here. What is it called again? Buried treasure, right? Buried treasure. Except I didn't, I forgot the very important step here of making Baba level. Gotta do that. Got to do the right steps here. Baba is level. No, come back. Come back, cursor. You're not getting out of this that easily. The cursor doesn't want to take another look at buried treasure because this is the other one of the other ones that I have been so stuck on. Feels like for multiple sessions now. I mean, it has been multiple sessions, but I've also been looking at this one off camera from time to time, trying to figure out where I'm going wrong. And so far, I haven't really had the key. It feels like this one, there's also some key realization that you're supposed to come to, but I haven't got there yet. I suppose one thing that I did realize is that Kiki is hot. So if you can get Kiki to stop moving, maybe you don't have to get her to stop moving altogether. But definitely when she's stationary, you can use her to destroy text. But I'm not sure how that helps us. Because ultimately, the thing I would love to do, I think we've talked about this before, but I would love to be able to put Kiki is right here, which maybe this is how we solved the original puzzle. think it might have been how we saw the original puzzle, but I don't remember for sure. Maybe we should look at the original puzzle. Maybe we should actually do that just so I can remind myself. Let's look at this one more time. Because it was very similar, but obviously there's a key difference. So we say Baba is level once more, and I need to get you here like this. And then we go here. Hidden relic, that's what it was called. Yeah, so this hedge was not in the way. Which meant that I mean, I can immediately see, I think, the solution that I want to do on the other puzzle. I'm not sure if this is what we did before, but what I want to do is I want to be able to say, I guess I would have to do it like this. I need to put this here so I can set these up like this. Yeah, this puzzle very easily lets you set up this sort of maneuver. And then you get to go here, and now you can simply break the Baba is move as soon as you take this step to the left, and now Kiki is you, and things are super easy. Like, that's what I would love to be able to do on this other puzzle, but they're blocking that. So now I need, yeah, we just do the same thing, right? We go back to Baba is level, but they're clearly blocking us from doing that. We cannot do the same thing on buried treasure. Because this is, the hedges have been, we've had 2 hedges that have been inserted to really make sure that I'm not allowed to put Baba is move right here. But can I do this any other way? I don't think I can. Maybe I need to just rule out. Maybe I just need to say that I'm not allowed to do this like the previous puzzle. It's just not possible. I can't set up, I can't put Kiki is, well, that's the problem, right? I need at some point to have Kiki is you. I think we have to have that. Flag is win, and box has flag. And the box, I'm sorry, the flag is our win. Right, I just said that, flag is win. I'm just trying to think of a few different things, but ultimately, we have to melt the box. And we can't do that with the lava. The lava, we're not allowed to move, which means we have to get Kiki, right? We have to get Kiki, control of Kiki, and the only way to get Kiki into this little corkscrew here is to have Kiki as you. So somehow we have to be able to move you so that it makes the phrase Kiki is you. I don't think we can push it to the left because there's no way to get, I can't push Kiki, I can't push the word back into this column in the back. There's no way to do stuff over here, I don't think. Which means we have to push this out to the right, correct? And if I'm pushing it out to the right, is there anywhere else I could possibly say Kiki is you other than here? Doesn't it have to be here? But they don't let me do the same thing that I did before, which is put Baba is move in this spot. I can do, like, maybe, like, I can do a partial, excuse me, a partial something. What do I mean by a partial something? When I am going like this, I could do this thing where I'm moving text in over the lava. I could do that for... like if I rearranged this phrase horizontally, the problem is if I do it like this, I need to wait. If I do it like this, I'm going to lose an is. I don't think the puzzle is going to let me do what I want. So we have to come up with something else. Do we want to somehow utilize Kiki? Could Kiki be used to disable Baba Is Move? How would that look? I don't think this, like, the problem is that Kiki is over here. And this is so far away from where we need to be making this switch happen. I need this switch to happen, and then I need Baba Is Move to be disabled. I feel like I'm still really stuck on thinking about how to get Baba Is Move somewhere in this vicinity so that I can disable it at the same time that I'm making the swap to Kiki Is You. Because before I do that, before I make Kiki Is You, I really can't move her anywhere close. I might see it. I think I might see it. I think, oh my god. Have they been trying to give us the answer here at the start? I've been so focused on Baba Is Move. But what if the answer this whole time... What if the answer has been Kiki Is Move? I think I might see it. I think I might have what has been staring me in the face this whole time. Okay, I sort of skipped a step. I need to, before we do this, we can't do this just yet. We have to do something else first. We need to first say, we got to do this. Okay, now we just don't want to stack our Babas. Let's just get maximum separation here. Put this Baba over here, maybe. It's a little hard. It's a little hard to separate them. But maybe we can do it here like this. Okay, I'm probably being a little more worried about this than I need to be, but I just don't want this guy getting in the way just yet. So, Kiki Is Move. I think that's... The thing I was trying to focus on doing was doing this weird thing, or this complicated thing of saying switching control of Baba Is You to Kiki Is You, but also simultaneously transforming the Babas back into Kiki. But I don't think we have to do it simultaneous, because we can actually let Kiki do the work for us. We can actually let Kiki do the work. Because I just need, now I need to actually position these back. This is gonna maybe be a little bit complicated, but let me see if I can get the right. I need these to be, I think, at this level. I think this actually does it. I think this is the solution. And I was overlooking this for so long because I just got zeroed in on Baba Is Move. And so whenever I would examine, let's just see if this works. Because I should be able to move one step to the left. Baba is Kiki, but now Kiki is Move, and my Kiki that's facing left turns around and says Kiki Is You. That was it. It was so simple. as so many solutions are. In retrospect, they feel so simple. I just got stuck on thinking about the wrong line. And I wish I could get my brain unstuck from those dead ends sooner, but it just doesn't do it sometimes. Even with sort of putting the game down and coming back multiple times, sometimes it just takes a while. It is a process. But yeah, we had to eventually realize that the line that involved no transformations, that had to be ruled out. The level just does not allow you to maneuver things the way that you did on the previous one. And so once I was able to kind of think about, okay, let's rule that out and let's focus on transformations, I was still having trouble because I was trying to do too many steps at once, and I didn't have to transform both Babas into Kiki at the same time as saying Baba is you. I could have an intermediate step there because the puzzle put it right in front of us at the start. Kiki is move. Baba is, Kiki is move. That was the solution the whole time. Holy shit. Holy shit. Baba is Baba. Complete a secret area. I'm actually gonna double check on this on the Steam page here, because didn't we get something similar to this before? Oh, we got BABA, complete a secret area. This is a different one. Baba is Baba. This picture is kind of an interesting picture that doesn't feel like anything. Maybe I'll have to figure out a way to show this to you all later in post-production, but Baba is Baba. 2.9% of players have this achievement. That is the most exclusive of all the achievements that we've had so far. So I was wondering, we still have 3 achievements left, which worries me a little bit as to how much more there is still to play in this game. But that at least gets us. Oh, that feels good. That one was stumping me for so freaking long. I think we have to go back to Baba is level here. Or can we actually... I think we might have to say, like, Baba is grass, don't we? In order to get our cursor back, I think we have to actually say Baba is grass so that our skull can actually pass through. But that does confirm, though, I think that does confirm that this level, the depths, that is where we are, right? The depths. We've been working here a long time, but we finally, I think, have cleared out the depths. I wasn't quite intending to do that, but it at least shows us, okay, there it is. We get our, we don't add to our daisy count. We're still at 12 daisies, but we do get like the daisy animation to show that we have cleared out the depths. We haven't cleared out. See, this is where maybe there is something still to do here. Maybe there is still something to do in this level that I have not thought of yet. It doesn't feel like there is, but maybe I need to spend some time looking through the question mark level again, because so far, everywhere else, every other area has ended up with some sort of flower or daisy animation that shows us that there is completion. So we might have to think more about that level, because maybe there's more to the story there that I'm completely overlooking. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to head back. I did not need to do that because I have my cursor back. That feels very good, being stuck on that puzzle so long. It's always such a joy and a relief to be done. Wow, there's so many cool daisy animations here. This is really fun seeing our progress. We need to give another look. We need to give another look at 16, though. We need to give a look to 16. If I can get my cursor back here. We need to take another look here at the Return of Scenic Pond. This is another one that we've been stuck on, but we're getting down to what feels like the last handful of puzzles. We're now up to 223. I don't know if there's more to do in question marks, but if there's not any more to do in the question mark level, I'm getting sidetracked thinking about endgame here. But when will Baba Is You come to its conclusion? That is Baba Is You never seems to end. Okay, so now thinking about the return of Scenic Pond, let's try to give another look at this puzzle here. The previous puzzles are very similar. I think we had one that was basically the exact same as this. It might have been the first version of the puzzle, because you can get in here and you can turn Baba into float, which was, I believe, the original solution. Making Baba float was how you were able to get past the skull and say flag is win. But the problem in this case, we can't do that because skull has wall. Wait a second though. Skull is sink. Skull is sink, skull has wall. Wait, why can't we do that? Why can't we say Baba is float? Hold on, I need to reprove this to myself. I feel like we did this last time. So we want to say text is Baba. We probably have done this. I don't want to put has up against the wall though. I'm just forgetting something, I'm sure. But let me just re-examine the naive solution here. Now we say Baba has text. Separate our Babas a little bit. Not stack them, please. I could bring this over, make life a little bit easier. So now we say Baba has text. And then we say Baba is float. Oh, right. Okay, I remember now. Of course. The problem here is not getting past the skull. I do remember what we did before. We can say flag is win easy enough, and we can get past the skull easy enough, but the flag is not float. And so we don't have a way to break Baba is float now. So that's the challenge. That is the challenge. And if we tried to do this, the other solution, which involved kind of systematically removing all of the water, so that we ended up with the ability, we would end up with an extra Baba keyword, which would allow us to say Baba has Baba. We can't do that either, or we can't implement that solution either, because the skull now is sink. So we could prevent Baba from like being destroyed, but then the skull would pop out a wall. And we would be able to, we might not even be able to say flag is win, because we could push flag down here and then there'd be a wall in the way that would stop us from saying flag is win. So they're preventing us from this change to the skull. Well, the change to the skull, but also I don't remember how was the flag floating before? It would be nice maybe to maybe I'll take a second and just look at my previous solution from my footage. Okay, so actually I don't think this is not the original puzzle. I don't think was actually one that we solved here on the playthrough. I think that it was actually part of my footage from way back when I first played the game that I no longer have. So I don't really, I'd have to revisit. Maybe we should do that. It's a little bit of work to try to go back through all of the stuff here. But maybe it would be worthwhile. Let's go ahead and do that, because I think maybe it is worth just taking a look. We do have these shortcuts that we've opened up for ourselves, so it's not as much of a hassle getting through. Not as much of a hassle as as it was at one point, as long as we preserve some of our Babas here. We can get back to the map, and then it would have been... We would have to go back here to Scenic Pond, which would have been, I guess, down here. Forest to Fall. Scenic Pond. That's what I'm looking for, but maybe... There it is. It was one of the letters. I think this was one that we actually solved. Oh, wait a second. Wait a minute. This looks exactly the same. This looks exactly the same. Oh, I see what's different. It's not exactly the same. There is a little cubby hole back here. So they had us... We did go through and make Baba Is Float. I thought I remember doing that at some point. But we could disable it. We had the room here to disable Baba Is Float after the fact. Because Skull is also Sink and Skull has Wall on this level. So you pretty much had to do Baba Is Float, except apparently you don't have to, because other than that, this level is exactly the same, is it not? Unless I'm overlooking some other detail here, but I think... Let's go back now. But I think that is exactly the same. Otherwise. Which means, theoretically, you could have the exact same solution. Or both. And we're going to have to discover another solution, because the one that we used before is clearly not going to cut it. So let's see if we can find a solution that cuts it. As we navigate back over to level 16 here. Yeah, that little space to break Baba Is Float is gone. Goddamn. Is the flag still our win condition? What are we gonna do here? The flag might have to be our win condition. Unless we're somehow saying that text is float. If maybe we could make text is float, then we could, theoretically, we could push a word over the skull. But I'm not sure we could get it all the way to where it is part of the win condition. I guess let's proceed for the moment as though flag is our win. And maybe we eliminate that as a possibility, but let's assume that that is what we're aiming for. So if flag has to be win, that means we have to find a way to get... We have to complete the phrase, first of all, flag is win. And so how do we do that? Presumably, we're making something float. It does make a lot of sense to have Baba be float. But we would need a way... We would need a way to break Baba Is Float. We can't make text U, right? That's we're explicitly prohibited from doing that. We have access to has. If we do what we did before, where we cleared out the water, I think that's what we did on the extra level. On the extra level, this whole area, I think, was fenced off. So there was nothing to do at all inside the fence. Was it Deep Pool, maybe, I think was the name? We only have one is as well. So there's, as far as I can see, there's not a way to make multiple things you. I don't think we can do text stacking here with what we have available. I don't think text stacking is a mechanic. Let's try doing what we did before. Let's try doing what we did before and get rid of all the water. I'll have to remember what order we did that in. So give me a moment here maybe to work that all out. But I think we start here. And then we just need to go ahead and start flipping things around. Okay. So then we have the ability to, we could say text is float. Oh no, we can't, because we can't push any text in here. That's the other thing. That's the other wrinkle here. Is the only way to get something inside here to say anything is float is, I think, if we're Baba. We have to be Baba, don't we? And, okay, so yeah, there's a couple problems with the idea. My idea was maybe to try to push, to make text as float, and then push this Baba all the way to the win, using Baba is you. But we can't do that. I can't change the column or the row that this phrase is on. So there's no way I can come close. Even if text is flow, there's no way I can come close to saying Baba is win. So that is a pretty key limitation that we can only, it feels like the only thing that I could do would be to make Baba is float. It's either that or make Kiki as float. But I'm not sure. I would need to make a Kiki, right? I would need to say text has Kiki. Text has Kiki. Although I would have to do it like, I could do it like this. But if I'm getting rid, I can't get rid of text, can I? Like I can make a Kiki. Now my has is up against the wall. That's another problem. But let's say I put pass control back to over to Kiki. In order to go in here, I need to say Kiki has text so that the word Kiki pops out of here. But even then, where do I get a Kiki from? This is once again a puzzle that I am sort of feeling immediately stumped by. Because I really am not sure. I don't even have like a good... The only wild guesses that I had, I feel like I've already thrown at the wall. Okay, the only thing that really makes sense to me so far to start with, the only thing that feels like it would, you know, amount to anything is the way that we started the bonus puzzle by making an extra Baba. Now we know we can't just go from here and say Baba is float. That doesn't get us anywhere, but what if we did something else? What if we kept text has Baba? And what if float is just a red herring? What if we're just supposed to make another Baba? Could we do things? Could we do things like this? Is there any way to... Like, do we even need these pieces of text anymore? Like, what if we just clear away... I think part of the issue is the way that sync works prevents us from doing maybe what I wanted here. Because sync works, it doesn't care about stacked objects. So if I have two Babas that are stacked, it'll delete both of them. And if they're not stacked, and I'm trying to bring one in after the other, I can't really do that either because wall is stopped. There's a wall that pops up immediately. Now, I was thinking for a second, maybe there was some way. Maybe there was some clever way there with 3 Babas. Let's try bringing back text. So now what happens if we say that Baba has text? Baba has text. I don't know that this really gets us anywhere either. Like, we could say Baba has Baba. Baba has Baba. Baba has Baba would be nice if we could say text is float. Like, I haven't deleted the water correctly here to be able to get... Huh. Well, okay, something else that I did just think of is that we do now have the ability, if you have 3 Babas, that does mean that you can change the line that this is on. So Baba is you could theoretically go on a different line. I'm not sure that helps us. It's not clear to me. Like, even if we cleared all the water out, if I push Baba is you up into there, there's no room left. And we still have the problem of text not being float. Like, I just can't push... I can't push stuff past the skull the way that I want to. If I push a piece of text... Yeah, the problem that sync... It's really a problem that sync destroys everything that's in one stack. Because maybe we could do something sneaky if we could stack stuff and have sync only delete like one of them. Then you could have something that's still there on top of the wall. And maybe somehow you could like push a piece of text through. Maybe there's something to do though with 3 Babas that I haven't thought of yet. I mean, ultimately what I wanted to do with the 3 Babas, I wanted to make the 2 phrases Baba has Baba and Baba has text, which I think we could do. If we manipulated this correctly, we could turn 2 of these Babas into the word Baba or the text Baba. And then we would have enough words to say Baba has Baba and Baba has text. But even if we did that, Baba has Baba and Baba has text. We would have 1 remaining Baba, and if we use that Baba to go into the skull, we would produce a Baba, and we would also produce a piece of Baba text. But that doesn't help us. That doesn't do anything, because that remaining Baba could go above and push the flag down, but that's it, we're stuck. We just have a useless piece of Baba text that would be inside this wall, and we would have our actual Baba, remaining Baba, would be stuck. So this doesn't, I don't think we can do anything. I don't see anything useful that we can do with 3 Babas. Let's reset this. It doesn't help us to produce, even if we can say Baba has Baba and Baba has text, and we get 2 things out of a Baba, they don't help us. They don't help us. Oh. Okay, well, what if we did something else, though? I just had an idea looking at this Kiki, because I've been stuck thinking about Kiki as a piece of text that we just use to create another Baba. But this idea of creating multiple things out of one Baba. What if we could say Baba has Baba and Baba has Kiki? If we did that, and then we sunk Baba into the skull, we would get a Baba and a Kiki. That would actually work, wouldn't it? Theoretically. I don't know how we would set up the board to do that, but if we could get... That actually feels really good, actually, to have a Baba and a Kiki that are on top of the wall that results from the sunken skull. One of them, because you wouldn't have control over both of them. Assuming that you could switch between Baba is you and Kiki is you still at that point. You could move Baba up to push the flag word down, and then transfer control over to Kiki, who's still on the wall, and push flag to the right, and have flag is win. Okay, so the question is, how would we do that? How would we say Baba has Baba, but also Baba has Kiki? Because don't we have to make it a crisscross phrase? We only have one has. How would we do this? Because we would need... I think we would have to create something from this is. I think what I'm realizing is that this making something float is just not feasible. I don't think there's actually a way... Because if we wanted... We need to create enough objects or enough things. Let's try saying that text has Kiki. I'm not sure if one of these is right or the other. Let's turn this one into a Kiki. Because now that does allow us to do... What? We can transfer control over to Kiki as you. We need to be able to say... We want to be able to have another Baba word and another... We actually want 2 more Baba words, don't we? So that we can say Baba has Baba horizontally, but also Baba has Kiki vertically. But can we do that? We can make text into something, right? If we say that, maybe go back to Baba here. Wait. What happened? Text is defeat. Text is defeat. So the moment that Baba becomes you, the word Kiki is on top of Baba, and text is defeat. That's interesting. I guess that really rules out the idea of trying to say Baba is float and then breaking that phrase, now that I think of it. Because if you tried to do that where you have, you know, if you had 2 Babas theoretically, and you're like pushing the text on top of one of them, it would just get defeated before it would have the chance to push back the other way and break the phrase. So that really, it really feels like float is not It's not meant to be a mechanic that we make use of here. It's just meant to create another character. So, okay, that's interesting. But then we still, if we're gonna make 2 more Baba keywords, like I could do this. We could push this over here. We could say this. We could say text has Baba. And then we can do this. But then that doesn't do it for us either, because now we've lost text. Once we lose text, I can't make any more Baba keywords. I'm not sure that I can make enough things here. If I want to say Baba is Baba horizontally and Baba is Kiki vertically, I don't think I can actually make 2 more Babas, can I? 2 more Baba words. Unless we actually do need to do text stacking. I think I had ruled out text stacking because of sync. I wasn't able to think of a way to create text stacking with sync, but we have another mechanic now that I'm thinking of. This text is defeat. This text is defeat could potentially give us something. We would need to say this the other way around, I think. How would we do this? How would we do this? Because I think we might actually be able to stack. Now that I'm thinking that text stacking is a possibility, we could create some sort of scenario where we have a word on top of Baba. Baba has text, and then Baba is you. So Baba would die because the text is on top of it, and that would give us a word. But it would need to not be. It would need to be. We would want to stack Baba and Kiki, right? So how do we do this? How do we do this? If I want to stack, what I need maybe to do is say, do I need to do, what if I need to do this differently from the beginning? What if we back this up here and we say that text has Baba? What if we say text has Baba and we have this thing, create 2 Babas. Now we want to say that Baba has text. I think I might be seeing it. I think I might be, I just need to get this Kiki keyword here for the moment so it's out of the way. But we can push this here. Then we can say Baba has text. And then we can do this. We can stack text. Except the problem is that this is up against a wall. Can't do anything with it here, can I? It would get kind of awkward. Oh, but I can push it the other way. I can push it the other way. We can do it in this direction. Aha! Okay, maybe now, because now we can say Baba has Kiki and Baba has Baba. Does this do it? Because now I can create a bunch of Kikis. Okay. Now what? I can't just... Okay, because I can't just go into the skull from here. Because I need to be able to transfer control back to Kiki at some point. So do I just say, at this point, do I just say that Baba and Kiki is you? And then can I just reverse this? Can I just say this instead? So now Kiki has Baba. Although, wait, so Baba has Baba and Kiki has Baba. Kiki only has a Baba. Kiki only has Baba, but maybe that's okay because we just create a Baba, so we have a second Baba. Because that's kind of what we want, right? Now I can have a Baba on the inside and one still on the outside, and so we transfer control. We transfer control back to just Baba, and we make our original phrase here. Do it like this. So now Baba has Kiki and Baba has Baba. And now I think we have the scenario that finally made sense. Something about seeing the two objects being created, being able to visualize the fact that Baba and Tex were being created out of two. It finally, the realization dawned on me, because this is how you subvert the real problem I was running into when I was thinking about creating things from a sunken skull, is that you would still have control over, even if you created two things, you would still have control over them, unless they're different things. And now I think we get it now. Flag is win. Flag is win. Let's go. My God. Oh my goodness. Ah. Return a scenic pond out of my game. That feels so good. It feels, this episode has been catharsis, honestly, because some of these puzzles I have just felt so stumped by. They really have saved the most difficult puzzles for the end of the game here. But man, that is such a relief to finally have that one out of the way. So now with that puzzle done, does that not complete? Does that not finish this area? We did not get an achievement for it. I'm pretty sure we didn't, unless I had a silent Steam notification here that I missed. But I don't think we got an achievement for that like we did for several of the other areas. We've not gotten a big dandelion, not a dandelion, but a daisy. We have not got one of those for any of the, whoops. We have not got it for this world. We got it for the depths, and we got it for the map. Yeah, this meta, the one that says level here, we didn't. Man, it feels like you should be able to get a spinny flower. And it also felt like you should maybe be able to get a spinny flower for the question mark world. But I'm not sure how we would do that. To me, looking just at this screen, it's not apparent to me where else there would be. We found the secret flower puzzle outside. We got through level 13. I'm not sure where else there would be secrets hiding. So it feels like there is more to discover in the game, but I'm at a point where I'm not sure what to do about that stuff. So I think we're just going to go ahead and proceed here. We're just going to go to the center, and we're going to see what happens when we do the end. We've already gotten the dandelion for the end here. So I think the thing to do, the only thing I can think to do, is to say all is done. And find out if indeed all is actually done. We need to get rid of a couple things, not just me. We can get rid of Kiki, because right now all is stop. This done animation. they're they're done. And if we say all is done, all is done? Whoa. The end. Really beat the game. Did we find the true ending? Boy, if these are credits, they are in a completely unreadable format. Can I do anything? Can I control? I can't move at all here. The true ending, huh? Algae? Whoa. The title screen has become very different. We don't have the theme anymore. The theme is back. Well, that was something. The entire map just kind of disappeared into the void. Wow, this is like sort of like you're lost in space here. Everything is just floating away. I don't think this has changed anything. It doesn't feel like it would have changed anything. I didn't need to get my cursor. I wanted to check the question mark level here, which we just need to move Baba to the flag. I don't think anything has changed fundamentally, has it? This might be the long way to get back to where we were. I want to get back one more time to meta. I don't think anything has changed. Huh. The end. That's what the achievement said. The achievement said, really beat the game. Well, there you go. There you go. Apparently that is the true end of Baba Is You. We still have 2 achievements. That, unfortunately, I'm not sure if that means... It feels like those 2 achievements would be completing, because we've gotten an achievement for completing each of these areas, right? We got an achievement for completing the map. And we got an achievement for completing, what was it, the depths? It feels like the question mark level and this level still have more to do. But, I'm not sure exactly how I would access that. So, I might have to do some research because I've been doing this as a blind playthrough. I've been trying to enjoy all the surprises and all the mysteries as they unfold. And for the most part, up until this point, we have done that. And it has been frustrating at times. It has taken me several rounds and several sessions on some puzzles to finally get the fresh brain to click in, like it has with these really devious puzzles at the end. But so maybe this is the finale. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to play out, because there feels like there's more to do, but I need to figure out how we're going to do that. So maybe that will be like a bonus episode once I decide whether I'm going to ask for help on how to get the remainder of what is in the game. But it does feel like, at least maybe from my level of satisfaction, that we have reached the end of Baba Is You, that I have given it my best shot. I hate, I would love to be able to solve every single thing in this game on my own, but I feel like I'm at the point where I'm going to need some level of help, whether they're hints or something nudging me in the right direction to find what is left to do on this level, as well as the question mark level. But what an absolutely incredible puzzle game. I am so glad that I came back to pick this game up. It has been such a joy. It has been such a challenge. It's so understandable why people will often pick this game up like I did the first time and the second time and just not click with it, because man, it can be so challenging. It really, really asks you to think very logically. And that is, I think, the most rewarding thing about the game, is that ultimately all the solutions really are logical, or you can see you don't necessarily just push things around until I stumbled into the solution. There's been a handful of instances where that was the case. But by and large, you just have to have the key realization, which sometimes can take forever, or what feels like forever. But I love what the creator RV did with this game, and putting so much content buried upon, inside of a puzzleception. That discovery where you plant this "Baba is you, flag is win" at the beginning, and you're maybe not even. I wasn't even thinking about that at first. I just thought that was window dressing, and little did I know that eventually that would be the key to opening up a whole new discovery, or a whole new layer of discovery. And there might still be more to uncover in this game. There's definitely more achievements to get. But I think, at least for now, we will call this the end of Baba Is You, and we will see about whether there is going to be a bonus episode. Look for that maybe at some point in the future, once I decide what else, once I actually realize what is left in the game. But it's been so much fun to share this playthrough with you all. Whether this is the last episode or not, I'm so glad if you made it all the way to the end. Please do consider hitting that subscribe button. There will be more puzzle games in the future. I just have to decide. I think we've got Talos Principle 2 is one that is coming out very soon. And I also have had Monsters Expedition in my library for forever that I would like to tackle that. It came along with Baba Is You as part of a bundle. So there's a couple options. If any of you have any preferences, feel free to let me know. But I think that's where we're going to say Baba is end. At least for the moment. It has been a wild ride, and I have enjoyed almost every single second of it. The levels, the moments of frustration when you don't have the solution, yes, those are frustrating. That is the just part of the process, though. The fresh brain has eventually got us there, even on the most devious and diabolical of all the puzzles. But what a great ride. Baba Is You has been, in my mind, a masterpiece. I have absolutely adored everything about this game, and I think there might also be some other content that has been released. I need to look into it's maybe DLC content or additional puzzles that have been released by RV, and maybe that's something we can tackle down the road. But either way, this has been a fun ride, and I've been so glad to share it with all of you. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.